Hello everybody, I'm Avian. We are working through how to make a Stardew Valley mod using Content Patcher and my mod garden cottage as an example. Today we're looking at making gift tastes for your NPC. I have already written all my gift tastes for my NPCs that I plan to make so far, so I'm just going to walk you through what I've already done. In the event that I do later down the line add one in, I may make a supplementary video. But for now, we're going to start off with the wiki and then I'll show you how it looks like on a JSON file. So we are on the gift taste data section of the modding wiki. I will of course include a link to this in the description. This is pretty straightforward. It's basically a single line divided into sections for your character. So as you look at this example with Abigail right here in the red, it's your character's internal name, whatever dialogue you have set for what that type of taste is, followed by a series of item IDs. So the order it goes in is love, like, dislike, hate, neutral. And this chart helps because you can see where they put the dialogue for each thing matched with the Abigail example above it. Your item IDs, most of them on the vanilla pre 1.6 are going to be numerical, and then post 1.6, they now have a string value. So if you go to an item ID chart, there is let's see, I'm hacked. It's raw data somewhere on here. I saw a chart here. Here it is, up here, object ID, item ID, right here. That you can go to, or you can go to another chart. A couple people have made them on GitHub for quick reference. You can pull just the number. You don't need the O, just the number or the string ID off. So it goes the dialogue slash your string of corresponding IDs, the next section's dialogue, followed by the IDs, and so on. So in a JSON file, so here we have my section for my gift tastes for my characters, and I have up above in the comments done it by what the items were, because I was having trouble corresponding these numbers and remembering what item was what. So I wrote it out first in the comments and then put them down here. So when you do your item IDs in your changes section, you're going to have your starting and ending curly bracket. You're going to go log name, whatever log name you want it to be. For me, because I have several NPCs, I just put NPC gift taste. Action, edit data, which is pretty normal for the action you would choose in this case. Target, and then in this case, your target is going to be data/NPC gift tastes. And again, each of these is inside a pair of quotes. And at the end of each line, you want a comma, because that will divide each line out and the code will know where one stops and the other begins. Your next section you're going to do is entries. And then you're going to do a colon. And instead of quotes on the second part, you're going to do a pair of curly brackets, open and closed. And then inside of that, for each NPC you have, you're going to do the following. You're going to do your character's internal name. So in my case, when I set up my character data, this is in the same JSON file, so you can easily see I have the name, the internal name I had set up for the character data up here. And then, so that's going to go in your first set of quotes. I'll do a colon, a second set of quotes, followed by a comma. You're going to start out with your dialogue for your love. So I'm going to, very quickly, I'm going to open my translation file because I did do this into a translation file. I believe I have this on. All right. If I could remember how I organize things, things would be a lot easier, wouldn't it? So if you look here, this gift, love, Father Joseph, is this section right here that corresponds to his dialogue on you know exactly how to make my day. Thank you. That's his love dialogue. So you're going to want to plan out dialogue for love, like, dislike, hate, and neutral. So Father Joseph as a character is always pretty polite, very much it's a thought that counts. So even on a hated gift, I have Father Joseph say, I feel bad about saying something negative about a gift, but I want you to know that while I appreciate the thought, I really don't like this. Contrast that to Jackie, who doesn't really have a filter on her. So for her hate gift, she'll say, I think you need to pay more attention to what people do and don't like. She's just blunt and to the point there. And of course the kids, Louis is like, but I hate this. And Howie's like, he's nicer. He's a little bit more polite than his brother, but he straight up asks you if he has to take it or not. Compare that to they're excited. My brother's going to be so jealous. Did you get one him lately? Make your dialogue fit your character, whatever you think your character would say. You don't have to be generic about it. Random tip on the dialogue part but you can see how it goes into my translation file. For more information about making a translation file, we do have a video about that earlier. So then you take your keys for each of those, and if you were doing, I'm just going to actually just take a line here, and I'll just undo this later. So basically it goes character name, colon, your quotes, comma. So you're going to do a love items, like items, items, heat, items. And you're going to end with a slash at the very end, and it becomes neutral. Slash. So you can kind of see the order here. So when I did these, I actually typed it out just like this. I did my dialogue last. I went up, I listed out for each love, like, dislike, and hate what items I wanted it to be. So for Father Joseph, his loves are basically flowers and food, whereas Jackie loves like more variety of things. Like she likes wine, but she also likes spicy tomato juice and coffee. And the fairy rose is her favorite flower. But oranges, things made out of jade. Then you get the twins. Both twins love strawberries. Just like the whole vegetable category. Because they're 8. What 8-year-old do you know that, on average, I mean, I know some 8-year-olds who like certain types of veggies, but in general, the kids I know don't really enjoy vegetables as much as they enjoy, say, ice cream or pizza. So that's why I set that up that way. So I wrote out all of my items for them. And then I went page, which I have linked to previous videos. I'll link it again. But this is a handy dandy chart made by Mateus Aquino. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Wonderful, wonderful chart where you can go in. You can find, say, your cooking recipes. It gives you the name of the item, but it also gives you the ID number. So your omelet is 195. And then you see as you get down here, like your moss soup is a string ID for moss soup because that's a 1.6 add-in. So you take your ID numbers and make this little list here, just like this, just a list of numbers with a space between each number, and that's it. For custom items or string items, it's a space followed by the string. And then what I did is I went in and I put the strings for the dialogue I had written and just replaced the love like just like hate section. Um, and that was it. Once this is in, this will be your character's gift taste, and it's going to just attach to the internal name that you set up in these quotes right there. That's all it takes to set up a gift taste. I hope it was helpful to you all, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.